Hi folks, my name is Skylar Moreno and I'm currently the Vice President, Food Science section within the Food Science Human Nutrition Club at the University of Florida. We're going to be doing our virtual pilot plant tour with Dr. McIntosh and his graduate students. So let's go take a look.
Alright, my name is Kevin Carrillo. I'm a first-year master's student in the FSHN department at UF under Dr. McIntosh in the food engineering. So this is our pilot scale brew house. We pilot it. This is what we use to make beer for all sorts of projects. So I was able to walk you through really kind of each component and what each part does. This is just a hot water tank, the least exciting one, but most important. Fill it with water, that's what I'm doing now, hot project, and bring it up close to the temperature we desire to hit our grains. This is the mash tun. This is where basically we make barley sugar juice. Alpha and beta amylase are actually in your saliva and present on malt. Break down starch into sugar, which yeast can then ferment. Yeast cannot actually ferment starches. From that point, it is then transferred into the boiling kettle, where we pitch our hops. And as the name, if we bring it up to a boil, you have to be very careful that you don't boil over, which I've done doing frequently. When you have hops, you want to add early for bitterness and late for aroma. Dry hopping afterwards is when you get the most aroma. I'm not doing that. This is the heat exchanger. This is what we use to cool it down. However, I'm actually soaking this up and putting it in the conical fermenter, run water through that, which is another option. There's a lot of personalization you can do here. For my project, beer is really only half the battle. I'm actually harvesting the spent yeast after the brewing process is finished, and then feeding that to fish in the sun as they get on the brewing. We're doing this because the Florida aquaculture industry is burgeoning, but also frankly not as popular as it should be. Additionally, there are a lot of inadequacies and inefficiencies in both the brewing and aquaculture process. Brewers don't typically make money on their yeast, and fish meal is not a very viable source long term for protein source for fish meal. So we're trying to bridge that gap and hope that fish feed involving yeast can make up for the inadequacies of both. The reason we need a big brew house is because we run a lot of experiments on each of these batches. I'm making 200 liters, which is probably going to turn about 160 to 180 after all said and done, because it's going to boil off. And it's going to do some deep down the drain, some of the sludge out. But this is going to last me a year-ish, probably, for all of our experiments. And that differs. I'll eventually be using the big fermenter, at which point I'll need to brew more often. But we need lots of beer for lots of data, essentially. So this is actually pretty much an industrial brew house. Any like small brew pub, we're talking tiny, probably uses something like this. Larger breweries use beefed up, fancy equipment. But we don't need that. So that's why we use a big system, but not a huge system. I've actually wanted to brew for a very long time, ever since I was honestly a teenager. And so being in this lab was a very exciting prospect to me, because I didn't know when I came into college you could learn to brew for a degree, essentially. It's awesome. Aquaculture is the reason I'm at UF, because we were generously provided with a Yeoman endowment through the department. I'm very excited to work with it and hopefully maybe make a career out of it.
Hi, my name is Vicni Leandre, and I am a grad student in the food processing lab with Dr. McIntosh. Today, I am excited to walk you through a pasta production. A pasta production has three main components: the mixing, the extrusion, and the drying. But let's first start with the mixing. Behind me is the mixer that we are going to use to mix the flours. I am making a red sorghum and bean pasta. Here I have my flours already sieved, milled, and weighed, as well as my bean flour. To start, I am going to pour the flours in the mixer, and then I will be adding water. So to start, I will be mixing my flours. I have a 50% red sorghum and bean pasta. I am going to put the flours in the mixer and then I will be adding water. After that, I will be mixing for 4 minutes and I will check to see if my flour is hydrated. How to see if your flour is hydrated is that you stop the mixer first, then you grab a bowl of flour. If you can form a ball and then you can destroy it easily, that means that your mixer is ready for extrusion. Now I am pouring my flours into the mixer. First, I am going to mix the flour so they are homogeneous, and then I will be adding the water. Now I am going to be pouring the water. And I will start my timer. It has been 4 minutes and now I am going to check my dough. First, I'm turning off the machine. And I am grabbing a bowl. And now I can destroy it easily, meaning that my dough is good. Behind me is the extruder. The extruder has 3 main compartments. The hooper, where the dough comes in. The pre-mixing compartment, it has paddles that are turning and then they will be slowly pushing the dough through the screw compartment. The screw compartment has this big screw that is going to push the dough from the end point to the start point. As you can see, the spacing is getting smaller and that will increase the pressure. So once the dough has been pushed by the screw to the end, then it is going to go through this strainer, increasing the pressure furthermore. And as you can see, we have a narrow canal and this connects the head of the screw to the die. The die is where the pasta is going to have its shape. First, it gets pushed through the hole of the die and then it comes out on the other side with the desired shape. Lastly, we have the cutter. The cutter is what is controlling the length of the pasta. So with the speed on the extruder, you can control how short or how long you want your pasta to be. And after that, the last step is the drying. So I'm going to be pouring my dough directly into this hooper. This hooper is just right above the screw, so my extrusion process will be faster. It is going to be a bit noisy. So once your pasta is done comes the fun part, cleaning. Usually you need 2 people to get the job done. What is important is that you need to get to the screw first, because the dough that is inside, because of the pressure, can act like a cement. And if this happens, you just ruin your machine because you won't be able to take out the screw. So the first step is to remove the cutter and then the die, and then you'll access the screw. You need to completely remove the screw, clean it, dry it, and oil it. Once that is done, you'll be cleaning the compartment, the screw compartment, along with the preconditioning compartment, and also the individual pieces, such like the dies, the cutter, and the strainer. And once everything is clean and dry, you'll put mineral oil to help lubricate the parts. And once that is done, we can start again putting the parts back. You need some muscle for that work.
In the food science pilot plant, we have a number of big, large pieces of industrial equipment, such as the extruder here that we use in our teaching classes and in our research. You just heard a lot about Vicky's research, making sorghum-based pasta out of the extruder, but we use it for a wide variety of other uses as well. We're examining standard pastas, different efficiencies in the particle sizes, and we also use it for teaching. So this extruder is what we use in food engineering to teach the extrusion process. It was generally donated to us, like a lot of the equipment in our pilot plant, in this case by Binaco. They are experts in making pasta equipment for all over North America and beyond. And they generously refurbished this unit specifically to our needs, so that we're able to modify one little parameter. We can change the flow rates of the dough, we can change the cuttings, we can look at the dies. We can modify all of these parameters to really explore the new research that is going into pasta production.